Shalom, this is Shar Ben Sharala, Atlanta and Kemp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, would like to give all praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son, and the proper true return. Called Halam La, Yahweh Bashim Ashai, Bashim Habakar Kodash Ma'amaf. Also, double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, and double honor to my as well, Maharawan Basharala. Peace to Western one third, and salutation for elect. There's been a quick little lesson that's going on, our people being, drunkards and scornful, despising the Lord and making a covenant with death. All right, so this is Isaiah chapter 28, verse 14. It says, "Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people, which is in Jerusalem." Scornful mean what, in contempt or in derision. This is what Ephraim was going against the Lord. Even the priest was going against the Lord, being scornful and drunkenness. All right. It says, verse 15 says, "Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and our falsehood we have we hid ourselves." So come, man. Anything that's happened to this place, America, i.e., i.e., spiritually Babylon, spiritually Nineveh, spiritually Sodom, spiritually Egypt. This represents, of course, 2/3 of our people. They have made agreement with hell. They made agreement with America or some other religion, Buddha, Buddhism or something like that, and they have let that compass their whole mind. Now they're completely deluded. They are completely in derision and deluded. All right. It says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, when destruction comes, they believe it's going to be all right. They don't believe destruction is going to come in the first place. If it do come, everything going to be all right. The earth going to be all right. It's like the world going to be all right. Ultimately the earth is going to be utterly uninhabitable through nuclear fallout, man. So anyone that walk past the word across the four winds, either they have a later time that they need to hear this. They have a later time they need to hear this, or it's not meant for them to hear it at all, man. Every day, you see dozens, or if not, hundreds of people, walk past you. And not every day, but dozens and hundreds of people walk past you when you're teaching. Some brothers, they might go out teaching every time they teach. Every time they do a lesson, they might go out. But yeah, the times is here though. We're at the beginning of the end. We're at the beginning of World War III. Knowing that everything is being revealed through our eyes, through the power of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah. We truly have nothing to worry about if you have the spirit, knowledge, understanding, and Yahweh Bashim Shah, and you do His bidding. You do His will. All right. It says, "It shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." So come, man. It says the name of the Lord is a strong refuge. They'll do they hide, man, hide themselves. You can't hide under no lies, man. A lies is a faulty fortress. A lie is nothing but a cantankerous, a cantankerous bed, man. It's nothing you can do with that. It's gonna break easily. You get 8 jumps on it, you're done for. All right, so it's foolish. It's scornful ultimately because they're in contempt of the Lord and derision. All right, it says, "For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehoods how we hid ourselves." This is literally how 2/3 of our people operate. They you tell a thug that the block he's claiming is not even owned by him. It's not owned by him by the banks or nothing like that. It's the banks, monies, the banks blocks. It's America block, and you tell a thug that he don't know. He might reset. He might explode. His head might explode. He can't think that his whole life, is a thugs, everywhere, of course, across the whole world, mainly here in what's it called, mainly here in Babylon is a little more crazier because these are streets is not named after us unless it's Martin Luther King, that's gonna be the worst street in the city. But nonetheless, verse 16 says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste." All right. So those from that cornerstone being Yahweh Shai, man. And don't be in a hateful spirit. Actually, let me see. What kind? Yeah. But yeah. That's our cornerstone that we should be following after, that we should not be denying or being content with, and it should not be scornful. This is Amos chapter 5. I'm sorry, verse. Yeah, that's what it is. It's Amos chapter 5, verse 19. All right, well, I should verse 18, man. Just because it says when a scourge shall pass, man, they believe they're not gonna be hurt. Because they may lie their refuge. That's, hey. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." So kind, man. Anyone that does desire the day of the Lord, that desires the end of times and this and that, that's for these Christians, of course. And they believe in the rapture. Anyone else, they don't believe in none of this. They don't believe in none of this at all, man. And it is coming more apparent that they don't believe in it. They don't care, or either they don't believe in it or they don't care about it. If they do try to believe in it, they don't really care. Because it's just a facade, man. It's what Esau has set up for our people just to attend to, and not really understand and comprehend the what's really happening, across the whole world. So verse 19 it says, "As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him." So anywhere you put it, if you try to leave out America, you still gonna get hit by some. You gonna get slew by some angels, or a elect or something. Or a nuclear fallout will kill you, or a crocodile, hopefully. um, and if it said, yeah, and a bear met him, or went to a house, and then leaned on his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him, man. Nothing in this world it was designed for us to be thriving here forever and ever. People want that the 1940s Disney outcome where they get a husband, even though they're mostly all these women are harlots and everything. And how you gonna find a husband if you're only looking for thugs? But they want a Disney outcome where happily ever after, but that's not gonna happen, man. We're in biblical times, not in Disney times, man. It says, "Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? I despise your feast days. I would not smell in your solemn assemblies. Though you offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I would not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts." That's true of our people, man. They celebrate these holidays. They go against the Lord, being scornful, having contempt for the Lord, and being in derision. Yet they, sometimes they choose to still follow the Lord, or they believe that these lies and refuge is strong enough to allow them to keep doing this forever and ever. What the Lord is truly offering, that cornerstone, the Yahushua, it was offered to our people 2,000 years ago, was that they're gonna have a kingdom. You do the work, you have a kingdom. It'll be many mansions for you, man. There's nothing that you can be scared of or that can break you. Matthew 10:28. Fear not him that can destroy the body, but fear him that can destroy the spirit and the mind, body, and hell, man. So this is our hell. This is our low condition. The Most High can have you in His hand and and crush you, or you can be under Him. on the right side of him and do everything that he asks of you. This is Psalm chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." So man, simple precept, you know. It says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners." You know, our people love sinning. You know, that's almost like oh, I forgot, it's a movie called Sinner, yeah. So our people love sinning. They love the concept of being free and have that quote unquote free will, even though you're doing what the Lord is telling you to do. That choice that you're making is predestined for you to do. You know, them lies that you call your refuge is just, this is the Lord setting you up for the old okie doke. You gonna say them lies are refuge. You know, you think the scourge is past and you're not gonna happen to you. Well, you're gonna be met by a bear and you're gonna lean on the wall and the serpent gonna bit you, man. You're gonna get destruction ultimately. You know, nothing you can do. Having lies as your refuge and making a covenant with death is not gonna heal you. It's not gonna allow you to be here forever and ever. It's not gonna allow you to get your live to your ripe old age and pass away. It's gonna be, you're gonna be met with terrors and delusion. You know, true delusion, not just your own derision. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep." You know, just ultimately going to the, back to the, beginning. They going against, Ephraim going against the Lord, being scornful and drunkenness. You know, they like just like times that they eat, do festivals and eat and marry and all that other stuff. Just like in the times of Noah, man, before the flood came. That's the Lord. The Lord is promising our people. You know, He did it 2,000 years ago, and He's promising right now. And it's being more illuminated that if you think everything is good right now, then you're surely mistaken. If you think everything is bad and is going into the poop hole, then you're correct. You gotta follow me, because it ain't gonna get no better. So Luke chapter I'm gonna say it again. Luke chapter 6:25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for you shall hunger. Woe unto you that shall laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep." So anyone that's full, anyone that's full or that's laughing, that's happy and content with his place, happy and content with these lies that are being told, happy and content with this place, for being spiritually Babylon, for being Idumea, Esau's lair. You know, knowing all this, why are you doing this? The Lord said you ought to do this, man. You part of the 2/3. You know, if you're not gonna wake up, then you definitely part of the 2/3. The Lord gotta hit you on the bottom, man, and smack you with that rod, so you'll learn better and be a great bad example. So for that, you gotta mourn and weep. All right, for all that laughing and being full you was doing. The Lord is coming back, not to to take that away. Because the ones that are miserable in this place, or are crying right now, crying out to the Lord, our Father, Yahweh Bashim outside, for this place to be destroyed. You know, so anyone that's making covenant with death, lies their refuge, and being full right now, being drunkards, laughing. This is what's gonna happen to them. They're gonna mourn and weep. But Yahweh Tazada edifying a little lesson. With that, say Shalom.